Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you wanna know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.
Good morning, Miami Dolphin fans. It's once again a throwback Thursday to talk all things Miami Dolphins here on Dolphins Thursdays. I hope you guys are having a super great Thursday and you're loving it, that you're getting close to the weekend. And for you shift workers out there, whenever your Friday is, I hope it comes soon and you guys rock. So thank you for rolling in here this morning. We have Michael K, Jeff for the Back It Up Bins podcast, and we have Shake Money in the house. So things are looking up here on Dolphins Thursday. Michael K, Buffalo Bills fan, welcome. I will hear your version of why he's not on the team. I know you asked me to say, but I don't know. I never know when we get rid of players, really the reason why. So you can educate me there on that one, Mr. Michael K. Mr. Dunlop in the house. Boom. Back it up in cast. Your Orioles squeaked out a win yesterday, just like my Red Sox squeaked out a win yesterday. So kudos to you. And it is what it is. We won't talk any more baseball, but I just know Jeff's an Orioles fan. And it's all good on that front. So and I would be remiss. I'm sorry to start the show this way because it's never good news, of course, but he lived until 76 years old. Mike Colon was a linebacker for the Dolphins back in the day. He actually won Super Bowls for the Dolphins, had some famous plays for the Dolphins. He intercepted Terry Bradshaw in the remind you, I had to read about this because I was a baby at the time, but he intercepted Terry Bradshaw in the AFC Championship game during the perfect season to be able to move on to win the Super Bowl to cap the perfect season. He closed that out by intercepting Terry Bradshaw. He played off his career in Miami, so condolences to his family. And he was 76, as I said. He wore number 57 for Miami Dolphins. Not the most famous number 57, but he did wear number 57 for the Miami Dolphins back in the day. So condolences to the Colon family. And now I'm back to the regularly scheduled, more fun stuff. Yeah, the Marlins shake are looking pretty bad. What can I say? And that was all at home. maybe they need to go on the road and they will start winning some ball games. It's hard to know because I'm not expecting much out of my Red Sox this year, but they're off to a decent start, 5-2. But they just got done beating up on the Oakland A's, and they had to squeak out victories against the Oakland A's. Hey, Jamaican from Zion, big fins up to you, and thank you for rolling in here as always. And main thing is, I guess at this point, is the draft. Yeah, we still get some OBJ or Tyler Boyd talk, maybe coming to the Dolphins, little tidbits like that. But for the most part, I guess we are in April. Draft is coming fast forward to us, man. It's on a Thursday, so what, 3 weeks from tonight or so, the NFL draft will be taking place, and we will know the newest, youngest members of our Miami Dolphins. Probably even do a mock draft just for giggles here today, even though it's Throwback Thursday. So here's a couple. Thurman, sorry. I was going to ask something about Thurman Thomas to Shake Money, because he had asked me that question, and I of course knew the answer about his number 34 and that he came to the Dolphins at the end. Of course, Shake Money's a Dolphin fan, but Michael K was in during that show. And Shake, I want to say thank you for having me. I think I answered all your questions pretty sharply. So I'm happy I escaped without looking like I didn't know anything. Thank you, Shake, on that. Yeah, Michael K. Let's see. Got rid of a 30-year-old while he was still worth getting something back. Yeah, but I know you guys are still paying a lot of his money from what I understand. So you guys wanted him gone for sure. So that's without a doubt. And you got a second round pick next year and then some you flip some hey, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you guys think it's better, obviously the Bills wanted him out of the building for one reason or the other. And that's how it rolls. So we'll see. Could be a good move for Texas. You know, they got a young quarterback. We will see if he's able to feed Diggs enough to keep him happy, or is he going to start complaining there as well? Because he wasn't happy in Minnesota, went to Buffalo, then he wore out his welcome in Buffalo, it seems. And, you know, he's a definition of a diva receiver in my book. But I think Michael K. word he follows Buffalo a lot closer than what I follow Buffalo. Yeah. So you did save some. Hey, it is what it is. So as I was saying, though, now we're going to talk about Zach Thomas, guys. How much do you guys know about Zach Thomas? Just Throwback Thursday, so I'm going to throw a little trivia out there. What college did Zach Thomas attend? And then I will ask you another Zach Thomas in a little while. Yeah, Buffalo, no Super Bowls. That's for sure. I know Shake's going to come with that all the time. Shake's always going to come with no Super Bowls. And it's true, though. It is a no true. And then Shake, I mean, then Tua's going to, Tua aside, Michael K will come back with, oh, be original, come up with a new take. And they will go back and forth. But that's all how it rolls in the thing. Hey, if you say so, Michael K, like I say, but it seemed like it was, you know, a lot of stories about that, you know. But hey, like I say, you followed them. I don't. So if you want to have that story, that's fine. I don't know. Who knows what it is? Because half the time we don't really know what's going on in the locker room. You only hear either leaks that get out or when a player nowadays really just decides to go out and bash. Hey, Shake Money is the man, man. Sorry, man. I got to take Shake side. He had me on his great show the other night. Joy, great to watch. Check it out. I think it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed being there, and it's really cool. Hey, hey, all this Buffalo Bill talk in here. So, guys, you know where Zach Thomas went to college. Let's see how many of you guys know some Zach Thomas. He's my throwback focus of today. Where did Zach Thomas attend college? Anyway, as far as the Dolphins, as we've added, John U. Smith, Shaq Barrett, Aaron Brewer, Jordan Brooks, Anthony Walker, Jordan Poyer, special team slash cornerback Cyran Neal, Jody Fortson, Neville Gallimore, Jonathan Harris, Benito Jones, Isaiah Mack, Devanian Nixon, and Fuller is our latest example. So those, I mean, adding for the most part, those are the guys we've added already. Just to touch up, since it's been about a week since I last did my Dolphin show, I decided to take a little break for a little while, get away from being on the internet all the time. So it was good. I mean, I did the other network show, so it all ended up being about equal anyway. But hey, it's all fun in Miami Dolphin land. So as far as the Dolphins are concerned, heading into the draft, where are they good? I still say Amendola. Oh, there, yeah. And we brought back this week. We brought back Kendall Lamb, basically very solid reserve player, stepped up, played well when he had to step up with our injured offensive lineman this year. He played well. He's coming back for one more year, basically his last contract. He wants to close it out with Miami, likes the organization, and says after this, he's going to step away and do his own thing. So welcome back, Kendall Lamb. Should be good. Hopefully, you don't have to play too much if you're a reserve because it means our starters got hurt. But with all that said and all the people back, I still think the Dolphins' top priority is basically offensive line, maybe edge going into the draft. Those are the positions I really feel. I know a lot of receiver talk is making the rounds because we could use a third receiver, but I don't know. I just don't know. At this point, I think we need big dudes up front or defensive tackle too. Defensive tackle is another one. I just named a whole bunch that we brought: Deville, Gallimore, Jonathan Harris, Benito Jones, Isaiah Mack, and Nixon. We brought all those guys in, but let's face it, none of them are going to fill the shoes of Mr. Wilkins. So we have to deal with that. So draft is still a possibility. The only one that's probably is worth it is the Murphy guy if he's sitting there at 21. That's a possibility for sure. But outside of that, I don't know how they're going to fix up. Maybe Sweat in the second round if he falls, they can grab that. But those are my needs as of right now. But still, offensive lineman. My number one guy in the draft is Troy Fontenot. I don't know if he's going to fall. I'm going to do a mock draft in a little while, and I'm just telling you right now. And if he falls, I'm picking him. Sometimes he falls to the Dolphins at 21. A lot of times he does not. We will see there. And again, I mentioned edge and passing. We still have the unknown status of Chubb and Phillips. Even though Phillips is looking like he's ahead of the schedule and like he could be ready to go by the start of the season, it's still a great unknown when you come back from injuries like that. Though, if anyone, if anyone can do it, Phillips can because the man is like a workout like Adonis, basically. Man, he looks like a superhero comic book that you think there's no way a human could look at it, look like that. So if anyone can come back, Jalen Phillips can probably come back and be ready to play at the start of the season. So that'd be interesting. And he was really starting to cook when he got hurt. It was a shame because he just finally saw that promise that we all thought he had, and that he was finally developing into the guy that's making some disruptive plays. And then he goes up against the Jets on the day after Thanksgiving, gets hurt on a non-contact play. His season's done, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucks because they had focused on him that week on the Hard Knock. So it was a tough episode, and it was just tough because you knew how hard this guy worked to get back to playing football after giving it up at UCLA, transferring to University of Miami, getting drafted in the first round. Great story. So I hope he comes back and just adds another chapter to his great story and starts producing the 15 for 15 like Scotty predicted last year, but that came short due to injury. Hey, Dolfan Don, big fins up to you. Oh, Finsanity in the house. Tennessee. Oh, hooked up Joe in the house. All you guys that sneak in, big fins up to all you guys. I'm happy you guys are here this morning on Throwback Thursday. So let's see if any of you guys answer the "Where did Zach Thomas go to college?" question. Nope, not yet. So anyway, I'll give you guys a hint in a few minutes. Where did he go to college? Zach Thomas. Because the next one's another one related to him. So hopefully you guys know a little bit. Let's see. Scotty says, my early predictions, Phillips is a go by TC, but Chubb starts the training camp, guys. TC, by the way. But Chubb starts TC on the physical end, allowing us to carry him on it without putting him on the initial 53. Could well be very well that way. I hope he is ready to go by training camp. That'd be really good news for our Miami Dolphins and would take off less emphasis on needing edge. Because yes, on that list, I don't even think I added. Oh yeah, I did. I did say Shaq Barrett. Never mind. I did. I did. One guy I didn't say is the offensive lineman we picked up from the Eagles. I don't think I had him on my list. But Nick Conklin, whatever his name is. But we will see. But that's what I thought we had done to get Lamb, and then we signed Lamb, So but we got a couple guys that can back up and step up when needed. So that's always good. We need depth, if last year's season taught us anything, is that you can never have too many good guys at any position. It's just we thought we were stacked at edge, and then we were down to signing guys off the street to play in the playoff game. We thought, man, we're stacked at edge. We got some really good guys, even great young backups, and Cameron Good goes and gets hurt. I mean, everyone, it was crazy, man. Van Ginkel got hurt where he didn't play towards the at the playoff game. He got hurt. Chubb got hurt. Phillips, as already mentioned, got hurt. So you can never have too many at any. I don't care. You can't, because you just never know what position group's going to get hammered during the season. And it's just like every year it seems like one position group for the Dolphins get hammered. And yes, I know everyone was passing around that chart last week showing the Dolphins weren't even in the top teams that had number of players injuries. But what that did not take into effect was which players got hurt. It just had number of players getting hurt. Dolphins had some top tier talent get hurt. And then even some of our top tier talent that maybe played in a game like Tyreek and Waddle, they were a little banged up, not playing at peak form. Again, no excuses. We failed to win a playoff game again. Last one, December 30th, 2000. No excuses, but we just have to take on that. Yeah, I know it would be hard to pass on at 21. I agree, but I still like some offensive linemen. Scotty, it's going to be fun. Should be fun. Let's see. Hey, come on, Michael K. You know Miss Fins is cool. Come on, Michael K. No shots at our Miss Fins. She's all good, man. And you know you let you go on her show too, so it's all good. I don't know what she said about. I was in there in the show a little bit, but I don't even know what her take on was Diggs. I know you disagree with her Diggs take. That's all. It's it's all good in the hood. Oh man, let's see. Who else was I going to talk about today though? I was going to talk about the OBJ or Tyler Boyd. Just pretending that we may not draft a receiver. If you could sign one of those two guys, would you want it to be Boyd from Cincinnati, who's basically the third guy there ever since they've had Chase and Higgins, or would you want an OBJ? Money being considerably the same, that they both just have an offer on the table and one of them takes the offer, which just not factoring in that, not factoring in cap, just outright talent on the field. Who would you rather have, Boyd or OBJ at this point in his career? They both had pretty long careers. We could see. Yeah, I could see that too. I could see Dolphins overpaying. I mean, the Bills overpaying OBJ or Boyd at this point. I could see the Bills though being all in. They do have a little extra ammo in even though it's a second round pick next year that they got for Diggs. They can use that to try to move up in the first round to grab one of the better receivers in this year's draft, or hope Thomas falls to them where they sit in the draft. Who knows? So we got Dunlop saying he'd rather have Boyd. So there's one vote for Boyd for the Dolphins in the off season. Like I said, I think the Dolphins, I have no clue. They don't call me. Chris Greer never calls me. Let's see. I even have a Dolphin little thing on the back. But Chris Greer never calls me to tell me what they're thinking. But, you know, it should be fun. This Finn's hurt. Michael K. Finland. I see Apollo. Sorry. Shake's never short with a comeback, especially when it comes to Michael K. But yeah, so Chris Gray, he doesn't tell me what his plans are. I have no clue. So, it'd be interesting to see who they want in that regard. But to me, like I said, I'd say offensive line, I could go though. I play two or Chop or whoever, some of the other guys that could be there at 21. I mean, even receiver. But would it shock me? No. The only thing, like I've said on this show many times, quarterback would shock me. Corner, maybe, but I know Gurr loves himself some cornerback. So if one of the better cornerbacks that was projected to go before Miami's on the clock, who knows with this team? I would think not with the addition of Kendall Filler. I mean, you still have Ramsey. We got Nick Needham coming back. We got Cam Smith, who has the possibility of being, that guy that can step up. I know he has questions on his work ethic, but what do we know for the most part? He has a new chance to come out and shine with a new defensive coordinator. Start fresh, go out there and play, and we will see. Was it just because Vic didn't like playing rookies? Did some of that work ethic really come into effect? Hopefully that's not the case because he needs to get his butt working if that's the case. But either way, we got him. So to me, we will see. Scotty says, I'm convinced Greer won't go O line at 21. I'm preparing myself to be amazingly surprised. Hey, that should be fun, man. That should be fun. And I'm about to, like I said, start a mock draft here and see what you guys, if you guys are up to making picks. I will put it up there in the house, make the picks today, and it should be fun on that. So let's see. So we had the one vote for Bourne. Oh, there we go. I didn't see Shake Money. He came in. Yes, Zach Thomas went to Texas Tech. Good job for you, Shake. I didn't see you answer that question. I just went back and found out all the good stuff. And my final Zach Thomas question of the day: in which round of the NFL draft was Zach Thomas taken by our Miami Dolphins? There's the last one of the day. Bill trading Diggs is a F for the organization. Between the dead cap, minimal compensation, and bad press around it, there's nothing positive for the Bills out of it. That's Scotty. And there you go. Yes, he was a 5th-round pick who went on to be a Hall of Fame linebacker for our Miami Dolphins. Thank you, Scotty. Mr. Stubbs, big fins up to you as well, and thank you for coming in there. So we're seeing Dolfan John says he was a locker room cancer. Who knows? All we know is we care about our Miami Dolphins. So, and we're going to still have to face Mr. Diggs this year. Not twice a year, but we're going to have to face him against the Texans in Houston. Unknown time, schedule, date, or place. But we will be playing Houston. And that's going to should be a good game, man. Good test. Houston has rebuild a lot quicker than our Dolphins. You can give some maybe to the division they were in. It's a little easier to maybe win that division. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is they won the division, won a playoff game with a rookie quarterback. So they're full and bold, and they can make these additions because they still got their young rookie quarterback that's going into his 2nd year. And that does help. But Patrick Mahomes has proven you can still be getting big money and still be on a winning team. But it does help when you can pay to have a lot of good guys when you got a rookie quarterback playing well on a rookie contract, I should say, because next year he won't be a rookie. But he is, that's it. We'll see. Texas is ahead of us. They rebuilt a lot quicker than us. And it's sad. But hey, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, how the ball bounces, how the rock skips across the pond. If you do it right, you never know. So it is what it is. But yes, Texans look like they built a lot quicker than we did. So it sucks. But hey. Well, Buffalo is getting somewhat. I know Miss Finn's played a clip from some guy on ESPN this morning, and he was ripping them. So I don't know. I don't know. So I guess they're getting some bad publicity as well. But for sure, the Dolphins would be. If it came out and we got rid of Tyreek Hill just for a 2nd-round pick and ate all that dead, yes, we would be getting killed without a doubt. Oh, no, Mr. Stubbs. Keep to your Dolphins talk, Mr. Stubbs. No Yankee talk here, Mr. Stubbs. Even though every Friday night now, we had to switch to Friday night, 7 p.m. I talk baseball, and the host, and I'm really the co-host, but I'm the producer. He is a Yankee fan, and I'm a Red Sox fan. I don't have my Red Sox stuff up there today because this is a Dolphins show. So, but guys, if you like baseball, 7 p.m. tomorrow night on the Fins Talk Sports Network, good stuff. Let's see. Hey, we got Robert Train. Yeah, Michael Dieter is starting center at in Houston. Oh, we got a Finsanity's a Dodgers fan. It's a pick swap. Yeah, moved up in 20, but yes, but that's still a second round pick is better than the later round pick. But I get it, Scotty. It's all good, but they can use that second round pick now, though, as like I said, I think they may use it just as bargaining to move up in the draft is probably why they wanted that because that's a tradable thing. Oh, Michael K. They are far from the only threat to the Bills at this point. I would say Cincinnati. I mean, to the Chiefs. Cincinnati beat actually beat the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl before. So I don't know about that take. And you got Joe Burrow coming back. You got a Ray. The Ravens are good. Yes, they lost to the Chiefs too, but there's a lot of teams that could be a threat to the Chiefs. Chiefs is still the cream of the crop, obviously. Not only are they the best in the AFC, they're the best in all of football, but Buffalo is far from being the only threat to. And I'm not even mentioning the Dolphins because it's going to be biased. We lost to the Chiefs both times last year, so I'm not even going to throw that out there. But there's plenty of other teams that can threaten. Cincinnati's actually done it. Cincinnati's actually done and beat them on their turf and go to the Super Bowl. So it can be done. So it could be done. Hey, Dad Dean, big fins up to you. Kudos for you for rolling in here this morning. If you guys are up for a mock draft, I can throw it up there and we can have some fun doing that. Did you know that the Dolphins actually spent more money this year in free agency than they did last year? That was in an article on Sports Illustrated by I think Pupar. I don't want to screw up his name, but let's see. I think it was Pupar. Yeah, Alan Pupar. They said that the Dolphins actually spent more this year than they did last year. They said the one exception was that the Dolphins gave Jalen Ramsey a lot of money this year. But when it came to per free agent signings, so the Dolphins actually stepped it up this year, even with the loss of Wilkins, Hunt, and Van Ginkel. So that's what he was saying. And he does a whole article. So if you guys want to find that, he's like all Dolphins, whatever his on Sports Illustrated, really surprising numbers on that front. So Dolphins actually spent more money when it comes to all of that. I will see if I can get it. Let's see. I'm trying to just find a something that he just summarizes everything. The contract for those 13 newcomers for this year total 19 years for 93 million on average. That compares to an average of 3.2 million annually for the 10 newcomers signed in March 2023. So basically, the Dolphins gave out more guaranteed money and more money overall. Hey, Cliff D, big fins up to you. And thank you for rolling in here, guys, and hitting that thumbs up, fins up button for Dolphins Thirsty. It helps so much on that front. So, with no further ado, I'm probably going to run a mock draft. If you guys want to voice opinions, I can drop a link. Like I said, it's Throwback Thursday, man. I'm open to anything you guys want to do. Yeah, I know your Yankees started impressive. They got lucky yesterday, but hey, so did the Red Sox. You guys got to face a pitcher as the last guy up at bat, but hey, that's baseball. And they didn't have enough bench players when someone got hurt. But the Red Sox, man, they finished actually better than what I thought they were. And they're not even done with the road trip, man. They still got to play the Angels and the hot hitting Mike Trout. But hey, the Red Sox are at 5-2. Not bad at all. So it's all good. Yes, Clifty, the Marlins are struggling. But at least, hey, they're going on the road. Maybe they will win on the road now. That's baseball for you. Who knows? They're liable to win 7 games in a row on the road or something. Who knows? It's just crazy stuff going on that spot. All I know is that I hope Justin Jefferson doesn't end up on the Bills. Then we'll all be hating life. But I don't think they could afford him. So I think we're okay on that front. but there's like starting to be murmurs that he wants out of Minnesota. So who knows on that front? So all these things come to fruition at some point, but I don't think Buffalo has a room for him. So I think we should be good. Hey, G man. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. I got here as soon as I wanted to. Hey, no problem, G man. That is fine. That is fine. Better late than never. And thank you for rolling in and bopping that fins up button. But anyway, guys, there's not as much to talk about right now. This is kind of the period you just really got the draft steaming up. Teams kind of lay a little bit. I mean, yesterday, though, the Bills made big news. So you never know. Any minute, our Dolphins could make big news. But for the most part, it's like draft focus, path to the draft back on the NFL network. So, a lot of good stuff with that coming on right down the pike here. Like I said, 3 weeks from today, it's on a Thursday. Today is a Thursday. So basically, 3 weeks from today, we'd be having the NFL draft, knowing our newest and youngest members for our 2024 Miami Dolphins. And right now, it's really up in the air. That's what makes it great. That's why I love the draft. I've loved the draft forever. I've said it many times on this show before. I loved the draft before it was even super popular. I watched like ESPN when they first put it on. They had it on Tuesday freaking morning, Tuesday mornings. And then a lot of people watched it, and it just became the event that it become today, where it's just going from city to city and big production, like it's a Hollywood movie. It's just tons of people show up, lots of fun, and it's and then of course all social media even blows it up more. I avoid social media on draft night because I'm old fashioned. I don't want some guy like me sitting there like blowing like the pick because he's ahead of my stream of the NFL draft. I don't want to say stream because I watch it on TV, but some of these suckers on Twitter are like saying, I like it. I just like hearing the commissioner or whoever walks up to the podium and announces the pick for my Miami Dolphins. Call me old school, but I can wait a few extra seconds than having some guy on Twitter tell me who the Dolphins are taking. That's just me. Some of you guys don't mind. You want to know as fast as possible. I don't. I'd rather just do it the old fashioned way. So I go dark on now. After the Dolphins make their pick, then I'll go on and make my comments and all of that. So like after 21, then I get on and woo, yes, or oh no, or oh, we have to see one of those, one of the famous. That's how the NFL draft works. But I don't like going on there because everyone wants to be the first guy to, oh, the Dolphins are picking, bah, 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 bah. I don't care. I like hearing it out. That's just, I'm old fashioned. That's it. I don't know what to say because I've been watching it before there was social media. Let's see. Well, we've had fans make picks for us. Big Ian, he made a pick for us, and so had some other fans over the years for the Miami Dolphins. So nothing new there, but cool. Michael K. I know they probably wouldn't pick you because you'll probably say something crazy to make Bill's Mafia man. So there you go. Miami Heat sees well. They better. I know they always step it up at this time of year. That's for sure. Oh, oh, I don't believe actually make the pick, not just announce it. Oh, I don't know about that, Michael K. Now I think you're pulling a late April Fool's joke. Oh man, we have 24 of the 27 offensive playing last year. Do we go defensive? We might go defensive heavy in the draft. Scotty, very well. I mean, we went kind of defensive heavy in free agency, so why not continue that trend? Because we signed a lot of defensive guys this time. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't have to do my homework. I'm out of Buffalo, but I would go do it now. But I'm not talking about the Buffalo Bills on my show, so I don't have to do homework on that front. But I will after the fact and go see if you're pulling my leg. But hey, we will see on that front if that's really true. That's kind of weird. Where'd you let Dolphins fans make pick? They'll probably do better. Hey, what can I say? hey, maybe we would at least have a playoff win at some point. But anyway, I'm not even going to bash Greer. To me, he's like the kid with the incomplete card. He's the guy, the one guy I would pick on more than anyone just because he's been with the organization for so long and we haven't done anything since he's been here, basically. But other than that, this is still his, still seeing. But man, at some point, you just got to be able to grade him and say, okay, your grade's complete, young man. It's time to, this isn't for you. But we will give him this year and see. He's made some moves to try to get the team, better depth in some places. And we will see on that front. Yeah, I know a GM letting a fan draft pick is a fireable offense. Let's see. Pick one for 21 fantasy. Who's calling you out? I'm not calling you out, mister. I don't know who's calling you out, but let's see. Pick 21 fantasy. Thomas, Mims, Barton, Newton, Murphy. Boom, boom, draw. Hey, but you don't think he will fall? You don't want Fentanyl, or you just don't think he will fall, Dad Dean? Because I like Fentanyl a lot. How am I supposed to know though? Because you do joke a lot too, though, man. You joke half the time too, though, like fun joke or call out and say silly stuff. So I don't know. That's not saying you're a liar. I'm just saying I had not heard that in any one of them except Sanders. He's not. Yeah, I think Sanders more of a second round pick. Anyway, it's all good, man. All good, Michael K. All good. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna bring up this mock draft here today. Yeah, no way an organization unless a fan actually make the pick. Let's see. Okay, guys, I am going to present. Let's see, share screen, mock draft, share. Remember, guys, when I do this, I cannot see you guys comment because, like I say, I don't have a guest or anyone that can be reading your comments. So there's that. Let me get rid of my overlay so you guys can just give me a second, guys. All right. So I'm going to do a mock draft, and hopefully you guys, some of you chime in. We will do 7 rounds fast. Miami Dolphins. And it's already clicked on Miami Dolphins. Let's do this sucker. All right. Well, no, I'm not. I'm rejecting. No way. No way I'm falling that far back. All right. So that's it. Those are only 2 trades, so they're off the table. Here, guys, we have. Oh, JC Latham, offensive line. Brian Murphy, Jackson Powers Johnson, Chop Robinson, Nate Wiggins. Let's see. Cooper, man, these advertisements block everything. I'm trying to get this in there going. I want to see who the top. Oh, let me just go to offense receiver. I just want to see who the man, all the receivers. Not that we would take him here, but Lad McConkey, he actually talked about the Miami Dolphins this week. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, none of those receivers there to me float my boat. Sanders is there, you guy again. Let's see who was that offensive tackle on this pick there. And then let's go to defense for Scotty and see who's on the edge. Chop Robinson, Darius Robinson are your top guys there. Now let me go to the room and see if anyone's saying who they want in this scenario. Barton. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, I know. Well, everyone's saying Latham. Latham. I'll go. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go, but like you say, he's probably not gonna fall to that pick. Sorry, guys. Remember, it's a delay because I have to be on this site looking at this, and then I got to go back to see what you guys are saying. So just bear with me for a minute. I'm a one man show here. That one's actually not bad, but I don't care about next year's draft picks. I'm just going to reject. And again, reject. Let's just get to the fun here, guys. Oh, Zach Frazier, man. That's going to be hard to pass sitting right there, man. I know we picked up Brewer, but man, that's a hard guy right there to pick. But let's just see who else is all here. Zach Frazier is actually the number one guy overall, too. And then we got, let's see who is all there. We got Sanders, the tight end. I know we got Xavier Leggett. I know, however you say his name. I know a lot of people like him. I've seen his name mentioned by a lot of Dolphin fans. Um, but man, it's hard. But I know we just went offensive line. But man, Zach Frazier sitting there at 2 is crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, Leggett here. I do like the Leggett one only because of like I said. So there you go. So now we gotta go. Now it's like, dude, if I could do the Jeopardy song, I would do it because we gotta wait a long time before our Miami Dolphins are back on the clock. But luckily, in the speed of this, it won't be that long. But on draft weekend, it's gonna feel like forever between picks. I'm not even doing extra ones at this point. I don't feel like it's already. I'm just rejecting. Today's a no trade Thursday. How about that? So Miami Dolphins are on the clock. We just went. Let's see. Go back to all. Well, we got a safety type. I do not know much about him though, but I know we could use a safety. Oh, Zach Zenter, actually. But I know we went offensive line, but Zach Zenter's okay there. Um, defensive tackle. Let's see, man. I do not know much. Tied in or D. Click D is on. Yes. Yes, it would be Sky. That would be if we got Latham and Leggett, the rest of the draft would just be whatever. So TN or defensive line here per Dad Dean. So let me see. Let me go back. I gotta go back, guys. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Let's see. Tight end. Hey man, an Iowa tight end. I don't even know anything much about this guy, but hey, an Iowa tight end, man. They always seem to do okay. It's and then you got he said defensive line. I'm just going real quick. You got Keith Randolph, defensive tackle. Hmm. Let's see. Just I'm gonna go back to all real quick. Hmm. Keith Randolph, if you guys want notes on him, I do not know if any of you guys know if Keith Randolph is a fit for our scheme. Let me know. Someone says Tyreek Smith here, safety here. I know that's why I said Tyreek Smith, but I don't really know too much about him. I just know we need safety. So let's do it. Sorry, Dad Dean. I skipped over your needs, I think, or one of you guys. Okay, Dolphins are back on the clock. And oh boy, now we're getting into a lot of these names. Hey, that tight end. Anyone knows about Eric All? I just like the pedigree of Iowa tight ends, man, but I don't know it. Oh, Tommy Eichenberg, man. I know everyone said, no, not Eichenberg, but he's actually pretty good. And I think he could be a good player in the NFL. I know the Eichenberg name in Dolphin land, and he's his brother. People are going to say, no way. Let's see. We got a Tyreek Smith. Javon Coleman. Let's see. I'm going Giovanni and Cohen because I ignored you last time, Dad Dean. I can't ignore Dad Dean twice. So I'm going. And he would be a Miami guy. He's going to be in for the workout in the local days, or was, I should say, whatever, past tense. And now we got our another pick. We got Eichenberg sitting there again. And I know Dolphin fans, I know you guys don't want to hear. You guys don't want to hear Dolphin. Yeah, I know it's how it's falling so far. Cohen was also he's a good linebacker. Cohen from I may go. Let's see, Dean. Let's see who the best running backs are in the draft right now. Picking this late. You got Isaac. I won't even pronounce his last name. George Holani. Right now. Let's see all though. Let's just go back to all. Who's our all? So, man, Eichenberg can't. I know Dolphin. It's probably not going to happen. I don't see them drafting a brother of Eichenberg, but we got Guerrero, a Dolphin Dean, Notre Dame linebacker. Let's see. Ohio State. Man, let's see. I'm going to go back and someone said Guerrero, so I'm going back. Let me see who said that. I'm going to go with the first name someone picked. Okay, Eichenberg. Hey, Javier Estevez in the house. Big fins up to you, sir. Thank you, man. I hope you're being safe out there, sir. You're an awesome dude. Let's see, guys. So, well, Guerrero came in right before, man. I'm letting this be the mock draft of the house. Guerrero got the first one in there. Even though my man DG Live, one of my super regulars, came in and said Notre Dame linebacker. So, but we're going with the first name that popped up, and it is Guerrero. So there we go. Now we're coming up to the final pick, finally, of this Miami Dolphins mock draft on a Throwback Thursday. And we have, there you go, guys. These are it. Whoever pops in the first name, man, this is it. All on you guys. And now I admit, I don't know many of these names at this point in the draft. So you throw in one of those names, and I'll just throw it into the hat and call it a day here on Dolphins Thirsty because let's see. He's off the board. No problem, George. Hey guys, make sure you check out Dolphin Gang Entertainment's page. He's been on my show before. Awesome dude. Check him out. His name's George. Always putting on a great show for Miami Dolphin fans. BPA says Dolphin. I don't know them either, Scotty. I don't think many of us do at this point. So let's just go. I mean, we went safety already. Let's just go tight end. Tip. What a perfect name, Tip, to tip off this drop and call it a day. We're going to just boom, throw them in there. And yada bing. So there you go, guys. In a dream scenario, JC Latham falls to the Dolphins. And then you get Leggett, Tyreek Smith, Cohen out of University of Miami for Javier Estevez, Isaac Guerrero, and Tip Freeman. So there you go, guys. That's all we have. There is no more as far as that goes. And there you get my big ugly mug again. I know the other scene was better, but sometimes you got to deal with ugliness of life. So it's all good. You're back to seeing me. And I love it, man. You guys are doing great. I think that was a great, super fun draft. I wish it would fall that way. That'd be awesome. It'd be, yes, it is, Scotty. I would agree if it fell that way, man. But these mock drafts sometimes make a mockery of the real thing. But hey, it's to me, I always love doing the mock draft, especially with you guys. You get your guys' input. I think it's super, just like I think you guys are super. So it's awesome, man. I got in an even better mood because Mr. Estevez, who I personally know, rode into the house today. So I love that, man. Don't see that too often. And the minute I saw his nickname for me, I knew who it was before I even read his name. Hey, no problem, George. Like I say, man, your videos are awesome. Got to get you on here for some of your draft analysis again before the draft hits us. I know nighttime's better for you. I'm the old retired fart, so I have time in the morning to have some fun. Oh no, I know. Yeah, of course he's not going to be there. But hey, how this mock draft fell. That's the first time he's actually fallen to the Dolphins in my mock drafts, I'm pretty sure. But hey, yeah, it's fun, and that's what we're here for. We're just here for fun, man. It's all great. Yeah. Hey, man, miss you too, Javier. Miss you too, of course, man. And that would be an amazing pick You guys, you caught me almost right at the end of the show, but that's great. Happy you found me. It's awesome, guys. Just make sure you hit that thumbs up for me, Javier. It's all good. Let's see, Mr. Dad Dean is awesome. They finally had, yes, finally, Mike McDaniel, as a head coach of the Miami Dolphins, has a first round pick to work with. Mr. Greer probably pulls the trigger, but at least Mike McDaniel has some ammo to work with. And it's well needed because we need to infuse this roster with young talent moving forward because a lot of our guys are highly paid and we need to bring in some of that cheaper term. Talking NFL money is always higher than what most of us make, but cheaper in NFL terms, bring in those rookie contracts, influx of young talent to supplement the roster because you know what? There's going to be a lot of people on the hot seat for our Miami Dolphins this year, as we all know. To me, Chris Greer seat should be boiling hot, should be sizzling hot, because the man's been here forever. And what have we done? Mr. Michael K., Bills fan. I'm not going to give you a public apology. I never said anything mean to you, Michael K. I just said I'm surprised that they actually make a fan. If they're letting a fan pick, more power to you. I think it's great, but I never said you're a liar. I can't believe they would make a team pick. But, it's all good, Michael K. You're awesome. You come in here all the time. Buffalo Bills fan. I can't help it. But like I said I was just surprised. And then you said, do your homework. But I said, I don't cover the Buffalo Bills, so I don't have to do my homework. But you're awesome, Michael K. Let's see. I asked you if you were teasing me. There's a big difference, Michael K. Are you teasing me like a late April Fool's joke, or are you really telling me the truth? I will check it out, though, Michael K. I know when you say you're telling the truth, you normally tell the truth. I know that's all kinds of questions. Anyway, guys, it's at the end of the show. Now Michael K got me thrown off. But Michael K, you're always welcome in here as a Buffalo Bills fan. I love it as long as you hit those thumbs up button, Michael K. I will look it up and I will mention on my next show, yes, the Buffalo Bills are actually allowing that. So I will find out. That's all. I will let you give you a big kudos if that happens. I just had not heard it. That's all. And I just simply asked you if you were telling me the truth or pulling my leg. You say you're telling the truth, so I take your word for it. Anyway, guys, big fins up to you, man. I am just about out of here. I appreciate you coming in on this Throwback Thursday. You guys knew your Zach Thomas questions today. That's awesome. Later, guys. Javier, special big kudos to you. Thank you, man. I'm going to call you later and thank you in person. Later, guys.
Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you want to know, it's the Dolphins show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.